Popocatépetl is an active volcano, located in the states of Puebla, Mexico, and Morelos, in central Mexico, and lies in the eastern half of the Trans-Mexican Volcanic Belt. At 5,426 meters, 17,802 feet, it is the second highest peak in Mexico, after Popocatépetl, Pico de Orizaba, at 5,636 meters, 18,491 feet. It is linked to the Iztaccíhuatl volcano to the north by the high saddle known as the Paso de Cortés. Popocatépetl is 70 kilometers, 43 miles, southeast of Mexico City, from where it can be seen regularly, depending on atmospheric conditions. Until recently, the volcano was one of 3 tall peaks in Mexico to contain glaciers, the others being Iztaccíhuatl and Pico de Orizaba. In the 1990s, the glaciers such as Glacier North Glacier, greatly decreased in size, partly due to warmer temperatures but largely due to increased volcanic activity. By early 2001, Popocatépetl's glaciers were gone, ice remained on the volcano, but no longer displayed the characteristic features of glaciers such as crevasses. Magma erupting from Popocatépetl has historically been predominantly andesitic, but it has also erupted large volumes of dacite. Magma produced in the current cycle of activity tends to be a mixture of the two. Geology: the stratovolcano contains a steep-walled, 400 meters x 600 meters, 1,300 feet x 2,000 feet, wide crater. The generally symmetrical volcano is modified by the sharp-beaked ventorillo on the end W, a remnant of an earlier volcano. At least 3 previous major cones were destroyed by gravitational failure during the Pleistocene, producing massive debris avalanche deposits covering broad areas south of the volcano. The modern volcano was constructed to the south of the late Pleistocene to Holocene Alfro cone. 3 major Plinian eruptions, the most recent of which took place about 800 AD, have occurred from Popocatépetl since the mid-Holocene, accompanied by pyroclastic flows and voluminous lahars that swept basins below the volcano. According to paleomagnetic studies, the volcano is about 730,000 years old. The elevation at the peak is 5,450 meters, 17,880 feet. The volcano is cone-shaped with a diameter of 25 kilometers, 16 miles, at its base. The crater is elliptical with an orientation northeast-southwest. The walls of the crater vary from 600 to 840 meters, 1,970 to 2,760 feet, in height. Popocatépetl is currently active after being dormant for about half of last century. In 1991 the volcano's activity increased and since 1993 smoke can be seen constantly emanating from the crater. Eruptions: Popocatépetl is the most active volcano in Mexico, having had more than 15 major eruptions since the arrival of the Spanish in 1519. A major eruption occurred in 1947. On December 21, 1994, the volcano spewed gas and ash which was carried as far as 25 kilometers, 16 miles, away by prevailing winds. The activity prompted the evacuation of nearby towns and scientists to begin monitoring for an eruption. In December 2000, tens of thousands of people were evacuated by the government based on the warnings of scientists. The volcano then made its largest display in 1,200 years. On December 25, 2005, the volcano's crater produced an explosion which ejected a large column of smoke and ash about 3 kilometers, 1.9 miles, into the atmosphere and expulsion of lava. In January and February 2012, scientists observed increased volcanic activity at Popocatépetl. On January 25, 2012, An ash explosion occurred on the mountain, causing much dust and ash to contaminate the atmosphere around it. On April 19, 2012, there were reports of superheated rock fragments being hurled into the air by the volcano. Ash and water vapor plumes were reported 15 times over 24 hours. On Wednesday, May 8, 2013, at 7:28 p.m. local time, Popocatépetl erupted again with a high-amplitude tremor that lasted and was recorded for 3.5 hours. It began with plumes of ash that rose 3 kilometers into the air and began drifting at first, but later began to drift as covering areas of the villages of San Juan Tanguasmilco, San Pedro Benito Juarez and the city of Puebla in smoke and ash. Explosions from the volcano itself subsequently ejected fragments of fiery volcanic rock to distances of 700 meters from the crater. On July 4, 2013, due to several eruptions of steam and ash for at least 24 hours, at least 6 U.S. airlines canceled more than 40 flights into and out of Mexico City and Toluca airports that day. During 27 August to September 2014, CINEPRD reported explosions accompanied by steam and gas emissions with minor ash and ash plumes that rose 800 to 3,000 meters above Popocatépetl crater and drifted SW and WSW. On most nights incandescence was observed, increasing during times with larger emissions. On 1 September partial visibility due to cloud cover was reported. On 29 and 31 August the Washington VAC reported discrete ash emissions. On January 7, 2015, CINEPRD reported that ash from recent explosions coats the snow on the volcano's upper slopes. On March 28, 2016, an ash column 2,000 meters high was released, prompting the establishment of a 12-kilometer security ring around the summit. On April 3, 2016, Popocatépetl erupted, spewing lava, ash and rock. Eruptions have continued in August 2016, with 4 discrete blasts on August 17. There has been related activity at 2 volcanoes in Guatemala, Santa Maria's Santiaguito and also at Fuego.